Ensign, it looks like our soap today is coming at us from the Delta Quadrant.
They need an extra and a red shirt for an away mission.
Oh, I hate to break it to you.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we're the Barbershop Duet.
And we're so glad you're here. Thank you for making us the Barbershop Duet, for spending this time with us. And if you happen to be here during the live premiere, y'all join the chat. Say hi. We'd love to meet you. And there's some cool folks who'd like to meet you too.
And then for our mention today, it's actually very special. This came to us straight away in the mail. Perfect timing for Marcus's mom's service.
Y'all, this is from the Deacon Shaves. This is from Eugene Wolfarth and his family. And this is a remembrance for my mama who passed away on Mother's Day. We had her service yesterday up in her mountains in Nevada City among the trees, like she would have wanted. And he sent this along. This says, Jeannie Klinger shall hereby share perpetually in the benefit of daily mass and in the benefit of other masses and prayers, which shall be offered in every Passionist monastery, retreat house, and mission. Y'all, thank you so much for remembering my mama and everyone in the community. We got flowers and cards and notes, and Heather at Zingari Man sent along this set that was to commemorate her grandma who died of Alzheimer's disease. So y'all,
community, my goodness.
Just a beautiful, beautiful group of folks. And Eugene and your family, this meant a great deal to me and to everyone who was there yesterday.
They really
thank
all
you
noticed
so
it.
much. And I'm Catholic and the rest of my family is not, so I had a special connection to this too. So
it meant something. So thank you for reaching out.
Check out the Deacon Shaves.
Yeah,
He's got
YouTube.
awesome stuff going on too. So what is our soap today?
Our soap today, Delta V, is kind of a fun little thing going on here. But I gotta say, reading the scent notes, we got even more excited when we tried to pick this out.
I just remember a little bit of fruit and a little bit of outer space. So y'all, let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so there's not a whole lot on the sales page, so we're just going to let loose with the scent notes. Now, we've got
a clean year-round scent with pear,
nice,
apricot,
love it,
ozone.
Now, hold on. How are those three going to go together?
I know.
Are you kidding me? And then
just, keep fun with it. Here we go. Musk, Palo Santo.
Which is a really special sort of wood that I'm not
to look that up.
as familiar with as I want to be. And then bamboo and green tea. A little bit of an Asian influence here on flipping. And then
a touch of outer space.
Which, if you are fans of the Y-Files on YouTube, you will know that outer space probably smells like burnt steak, according to a lot of astronauts who've been out there. And when they get back in the airlock and they smell their suit,
yum!
So who knows what might be hiding in this soap, but let's see if we can get some whiffs when we unbox it. We got 3 from Declaration Grooming, and I think we've only done 1. Yeah, y'all, After the Rain is coming soon. So
here we go.
There she is.
It does look at kind of that star galaxy vibe. I hope that comes across.
Y'all, we are not only enamored of Declaration Grooming for creating scents that have such their own identity, but for being so different from anything else in our cabinet after 300.
No, I'm with you.
These have their own style.
Even the last one we did was Persephone, and everyone's noses you put it under.
Seeds from an ancient Greek myth. Fantastic, y'all. So I'm so excited to have a first impression.
I'm making Marcus go first this time.
I just want to see if I can tell what the outer space note is, because I'm sure it's in some form.
We've had some that have the ozone part, but I'm curious about the
And ozone, y'all. Ozone is a little bit of that beautiful, almost mechanical smell that a copy machine has. If you've ever been around a big old Rico office copy machine, it's got kind of electronic sweet smell.
Yeah.
Ozone. Quick whiff of ozone.
Yeah, right now. Story. Let's dive in now.
All right, here we go. I want to see if I can find it.
We're on a mission
to the stars, y'all.
Oh.
It's a nice pour. It looks like the surface of Mars. Maybe. All right, here we go. You ready?
It might be, yeah. Wait.
Whoa. Wow, is that a journey? Hold on. Okay, it starts in this beautiful, fruity, citrusy lane of just something friendly that walking through an orchard. And then it takes off like a rocket, y'all. And it ends up in something that's very different and white and clean and brick-ish and Cologne town and rocky. Intriguing. So y'all, and it doesn't happen all at once. This starts with me in the orchard and the rocket leaves from there. Now hold on a second. Let me see if I can get a little bit of sense of this outer space note that's hiding
Are
in
they
here.
something orbiting around you or something?
Y'all, there is a little something in this that is also in desertology. If you know your Southern witchcrafts, there is a little bit of an edge of a mysterious,
intriguing,
cosmic edge in this. They are absolutely right. There is a little bit of a sense of outer space in this.
Wow.
Just because your nose comes up against it, and it's not something your nose knows. So it starts in the fruits. I mean, pear, apple. I mean, those notes that we read, like our noses know those, right? And then it goes off into the stratosphere to more things that your nose knows, but they're just different. And then it's this moment where you cross over into outer space, and there is something that your nose will not know. And it's gorgeous, and it helps bring the rest of them together, but it has its own identity. And deserology, while it's certainly not an exact AB, is the only place where my nose has come up against that, wait, what? Where it's just been so delighted by something I didn't know that I was like, whoa, that is interesting. Because when it's something my nose doesn't know, I just have worlds to explore. Because a pear, a banana, yeah, I know what those are, and I can compare them to what's in my memory. But when it's a beautiful scent that I have no clue what it is, that's where my nose likes to take its time and sort of unwrapping and discovering what that might be. And I don't think it's where the fruit and the rockiness and all that stuff come together. I think it's a continuation of that journey into the base notes. So I don't know. Take it in, but see if you get that as well. Oh, what a gorgeous scent, y'all.
Oh, I'm almost getting like a minty side to this.
Ah, nice.
Interesting. It's a gentle sweet. It's almost more of like a pruned fruit for me. Like there's something that's different with the fruit. It's
a little
there,
bit candied, maybe.
But it's
just
something.
Or cooked with a little bit, right?
Yeah, they're not straight off the tree. Something's happened to them in the meantime.
You know how they like roast an apple or a pear? Do you ever see Pete's Dragon, right? Where he makes Pete that apple by using his fire? Oh, that's kind of what it smells like to me. Just the charm of a fruit, but just a little bit of that fire in there, just to give it a little bit of an extra personality.
That is there at the beginning for me.
Yeah.
And then I get more of like an herby side, almost minty, spearminty something. Okay. I don't know if it's actually in there, if it's just my brain's filling in the spots.
That might be the outer space part.
Right, like the fresh air kind of vibe.
Right.
And it's funny, I do get that clean part at the end that does go cologne-y. I really thought just, even by the darker label, I thought it was going to be a darker, deeper, girthier kind of scent, just assuming. No. But no, it doesn't. It really does go like airborne, like outer space somehow.
And dapper cologne, y'all. This is not your 60s muskies. These are more your 2010s, your fruities, your mints, absolutely. And that's not the entire personality of this either. This keeps going.
No,
what else do you get toward the end of it?
There's something, I don't want to say it's blue, but it's almost approaching aquatic, but not. Like there's a green, there's a blue, there's something. It's real, but like what you were saying earlier, like you can't really figure out what it is.
Right.
But your brain knows that it's like actually a real thing to be smelling. It's not manufactured, if that makes sense.
And
like it's a real smell.
Funny that she mentioned aquatic, because all of our ships, even in the Star Wars and Star Trek world, are patterned after aquatic things here on Earth. They're patterned after a Navy. They're patterned after the Marines, right? It's a star ship. You have an admiral. You have a general. It's the same idea.
Maybe.
So is it odd to think of an outer space scent as being a little aquatic? I don't think so.
It's interesting because I know we got this and we're opening it in summer.
Right.
But I'm trying to think of like if it takes me to a different season or place. I do get that it's dark outside though. Like whether that's the outer space darkness happening, but
it's just such a beautiful, clean edge that this ends up having. For me, it's like a brick wall with something like clean and soapy, almost like around it, and like you said, a mint. I think it is a spearmint.
It's a different type of twist on that, but it is not burnt steak. In case you were wondering,
no,
not in here.
Certainly not burnt steak. But you know what? Just in case, we might want to double check the scent notes.
The green tea. That might be what it is.
That's what it is.
That's
okay, so
hold cleanness.
On. We start with pear and apricot. So for me, that's the launch pad. Yeah. I'm walking through an orchard that smells like pear and apricot.
But I feel like something has happened to those fruits to blend them better. Like there's something in there, right?
Maybe a little different dimension.
Yeah, oh, maybe.
Who knows? And then that ozone, that's for me what I smell when the rocket ship takes off.
I'm with
so
you.
I start in the orchard and then I get that little bit of that ozone and musk.
Yep.
And for me, those are the rocket engines. Now, when I mentioned like wood in the middle, that's the Palo Santo.
I smell it now.
Yeah.
Reading this, I'm with you. It's there for sure.
Is the touch of outer space for me that bamboo and green tea? Because if you think about it, it kind of starts as almost like a traditional American aquatic. Pear, apricot, some citrus, some ozone, some musk. We just filmed an aquatic episode, right?
Interesting.
But this then takes it in a much different direction at the end with the bamboo and the green tea, because those don't traditionally click with American aquatics. And yet, with this, can you hear the click from here? I can.
But it's funny because
gorgeous.
I think my brain was picking up the mint because I usually have a green tea with like a spearmint or something mixed in there.
You sure do.
So I don't know if my brain put it in there or if it's actually secretly a part of the outer space vibes that are happening.
And
I don't know.
What I love about green tea notes is it gives such a beautiful, dapper, masculine sense to things without having to like deepen it or take it to that area of like patchouli or tobacco or where the masculines usually go. Right. It's utterly masculine, but it's a clean, dapper, lighter sense of one.
I am so intrigued to add some water and create some lather because we're going to be so wrong. Like once we get water and mix it together, then we're going to be like, oh wait, hold on, this list, we got to start over.
These were made by Amelia and Gardner at AKA Brushworks. These are Sarah's custom brush and bowl
Yes,
set.
but they kind of have a fun outer spacey vibe, right? The little silver star action happening. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going for it. Okay.
These are our bougie sticks, y'all. These are actually waxing sticks that we get from Amazon.com. Pack of 500 for $7 or so. These are what we use to scoop out stuff. And y'all, we want to give a special shout out to Sean and Julie Smaldridge and the Shave Supply for sending us our new functioning bougie sprayer. We don't even know what to do with ourselves. Y'all, we pull the handle and it works. I don't know what this is.
You don't have to watch us suffer any longer. Here we go. Let's see this in action here. Ooh, immediately waking.
Y'all, this was the second base I ever used with a double-edged safety razor. And y'all, this was one of the ones that sold me on it.
Okay.
Absolutely extraordinary.
Stuff is happening. Even from here, I'm already smelling like, wow.
What are you getting?
Hold on. I didn't even finish lathering it, but I'm already getting whiffs of
peaks already.
Yeah.
Y'all, generally, we don't get peaks and valleys until a couple minutes into the lathering process, but look at this.
Wow,
the declaration of Grooming lather.
Okay, give me just a little more bougie hit now that we're here and we can see it waking up. But we're going to have to recount. You know, like you could normally count the sprays of your bougie.
The lap of luxury we are now experiencing is beyond imagining. Oh, I'm getting whiffs over
That's what I'm saying. It's exploding. I don't know what is different, but it's like as soon as we added water, I may be right that it's going to change our feedback
here.
A
little bit of a salty quality to this. This is the Star Wars versus Star Trek whiff, y'all. On 3, 1, 2. Oh. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know if it helped mix it, you know, like deepen it or make it like more
My music mixing brain said that it like spread it out and then turned it up.
Right? And you know, like that depth that's in outer space, just like, you know, everything is much further and there's something happening.
Y'all, we learned this right away. This is not really what you're meant to be smelling. This is the concentrate. It's meant to add a little water, a little air. This is what your artisans are intending you to smell.
Okay, so now revamped whiff here after we are in the outer space and see what the ozone outer space vibe.
It's so fun to make. We do not shave here in the Barbershop Duet, but I realize when we do watch our shaving videos, we love to watch how the lather covers the face. So since this is your brush and bowl set, I'll let you do the honors. Okay. All right, y'all, check this out. You ready?
Yogurty action.
She's going to do some painting here.
Just look at that.
Oh, I know we never comment on lather here at the Barbershop. Oh, beautiful.
I'm still not used to brushing soap on my face. I'm used to doing it on my legs and things.
Somebody said the other day in one of the forums, like, please prove me wrong, but lathering your face is the most luxurious part of the shaving
And
process.
that lather, my friend, that lather is a thing.
Oh, yeah, it goes on in coats. It's beautiful. We're going to do some mime work up here now. Oh, and I get a different sense of it here. Yeah. I'm getting the woods a little bit more. You getting that?
Yeah. Okay. So I know sometimes you talk about like bring top, mids, bottom notes. There's like sections between those.
Yeah, y'all, this for me, for sure, starts me on a launch pad and goes up, and I'm not even sure how far it keeps going, because my nose kind of stops at that mint to kind of figure it out, but I bet I could even go further.
So I do get the initial sweetness of the fruit. There's the natural sweet that's there, and then it goes into that pure crisp side, and I think it's the green tea and the bamboo, like there's something in there, that's the newer part for me.
Right.
And the ozone's between those two, and then it goes into more that outer spacey, just like open air.
Right.
vibe, if that's a better way to put it. I don't know.
Wow.
But it smells glorious. I just don't know how to put outer space into a scent note.
Y'all, when I used to watch Star Trek The Next Generation in high school, I used to really wonder when they would show Picard go out on his balcony on Risa. First thing in my mind would be, what does it smell like? We just watched the episode of the planet where all the naked people are running around. And we were just like, what must that smell like when you're there? It must be beautiful, but who knows? This is what I imagine Risa would smell like, or wherever one of those planets Picard goes to get in trouble.
But there's an otherworldly kind of vibe.
Right.
But maybe still like a fun planet.
Right.
Like there's nice things there, things that we would want to enjoy and indulge. There's something different about this too. Like at first I thought it was more masculine, but now I don't know if I go with that. Now that it's lathered up, like there's something just different in a new creative way. Like it's not necessarily a place I know. It's not a cologne thing. Like there's certain things I can say that it's not.
There is some floral still that's like jumping out at me in here that's just gorgeous. It just keeps it right down the line.
It's still real, but it is still like otherworldly. There's something different about it that you can still indulge in. Like I'm trying to think of where you would wear this. Like I don't picture you in a suit wearing this. I get the outer spacey kind of vibe happening here, but I think that's kind of fun. It's not like a preconceived like, oh, I'd wear this to church. Like it doesn't have like a preset thing.
Y'all, we just had a NASA exhibit open nearby at the Chabot Air and Space Museum. That's where you're going to wear this. You're going to put on a lovely tweed jacket. You're going to wear this and you're going to look at the actual moon lander and moon rocks and stuff like that.
Right.
That's what this is.
What about Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory? Would he wear this?
Y'all.
Like if he had to get dressed up and be a normal human adult?
This is totally what Sheldon the Cooper would smell like. Y'all, I love it. Yes.
Right?
Because it's whimsical and it's real and you can identify everything in it, but there's still a bit of an outer spaceness. Yes,
slightly woodsy, a little approaching masculine. He's more the dorky side, but I feel like it's in there.
And look at him. He gets BBS shaves every time because I've never seen an ounce of stubble on Sheldon Cooper.
All right, you know what, folks? We have a few more thoughts, so it's time to go to Deep Space Nine.
Y'all, if anybody watched Voyager to the very end, if you have thoughts about that very last episode, put it in the comments, because so do I. So, y'all, for the deeper part of this video today, this is not your, traditional crowd pleaser. This is a little bit more like a Sheldon Cooper character. One that when you see it, it's going to be intriguing.
Yes,
it's going to be a little different.
Word.
And a special kind of guy is going to want to investigate that and get to know it a little more.
I'm with
Not everybody's going to want to wander over and sit next to Sheldon Cooper and spend an afternoon, but I would. Because this is a soap with a word that I don't ever say on the show yet, I don't think.
Okay.
Quirky.
That's a good word.
This has a gorgeous little quirky quality in the end that all of my favorite Star Trek characters have, including Picard. Picard was quirky as you guys, and you know it. This has that gorgeous, quirky quality, and it exists right below everything that you know and love. So once you are in the safety of that apricot and that pear and that Palo Santo, there is going to be something that just pulls you down or rockets you up into unknown territory.
Yes, I agree with you, but there's something oddly approachable about this. It's something that pulls you in.
Right.
Like there is just that intriguing side, approachable. Like I do feel like you want to greet this person and talk to them and get to know them.
Right.
And then it kind of the depths of what opens up scent-wise really does keep tugging you in for more.
Right, because this is not the soap where I smell it and go, yep, I got it all. No, this is the kind where even still, how long's this episode been so far? I am just now still getting to know the nooks and crannies in this.
It's all enjoyable things. They're just put in a whole new revamped way that your brain has to really dig and find the layers that are there.
Y'all, this is not a cello solo. This is a symphony, and there is so much going on.
And I really think this is one that you'd want to get the splash with, because that little dry down part of getting the in-betweens of this scent, I think would come out even more clear in the splash.
And you know what's really cool is when you were smelling for all of the parts of this that are not quirky, they're there. And when you smell for just them, they get even more beautiful and even deeper. And then if your nose does happen to stumble on one of those little quirky notes, it opens the door for you to go into the quirky room. And then your nose can just discover those and dive down into those notes. And then come right back to the musks and florals again. Talk about two sides to a soap.
I feel like if you wanted to dive in and just have fun,
right,
it's there. If you had to be serious, you could still wear this. There's just a lot of parts to this scent that I think depending on what you're smelling for, you're going to get. There's nothing that's a turnoff. It's just like a new direction. Let the scent goes.
This could be equally fitting on the Captain or Barkley or Dr. Crusher or Dr. Pulaski. I mean, how many things could you say that about? So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be a little girl named Naomi who was born on Star Trek Voyager deep in the Delta Quadrant without any dream of ever seeing her home planet. Ever. But if you follow her adventures for nearly 7 seasons, you're going to see Voyager return. And on the last episode, when you are dreaming of what they're going to show Naomi first, and they roll the credits, you just got your own. So, head over to declarationgrooming.com where you can find this and a ton of other stuff I want.
My shave with Delta V, and it was a wonderful shave. I have to admit, it had been a little while since I used the lather from our friends at Declaration Grooming, and it was a great lather. I felt super safe with my razor, and this scent is super enjoyable. I really will use this any time of year if I just want to escape away. It has wonderful sides to it that I really enjoyed, so thank you so much. Welcome to Messages.
Hey, y'all. So for this month, our giveaway is so that you can enjoy a little Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements love along with us. All you have to do to be eligible for a $20 e-gift card is to send a message here to We Sent You at the Barbershop Duet so that we can get back to you. This is the only way that we do our giveaways is through email. And be a subscriber here on YouTube. Check back on August 3rd to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Y'all, my nose is still deeply trying to figure out what that beautiful outer space blend is.
I agree, but there's something that's like comforting to me in smelling whatever that green tea, almost spearminty side is. Like my brain goes there and then smells out. So it's cool to see how each nose picks up a different part of this scent.
Y'all, this might be an optical illusion version of a shaving soap. Whatever nose you have or whatever mood you're in or whatever experiences you're bringing to the table, you might get this in a much different way. And that's one of the things I love most about this world. Every nose is different. Every life's journey is different. Your memories of these scents are going to be different from ours. Her memories of these scents are going to be different from mine. So it makes sense that our noses are discovering different things.
And the more time that we spend with the scent, I feel like your brain starts to navigate through it and kind of figure out where that can settle.
Right.
Like for you to be able to just recognize like, oh, that's Delta. You know, like your brain starts to figure out that's where that scent is in my gut feeling, you know?
Like we shot Eastwood the other day and I came running in the bedroom 3 days later and I said, I think the base is Barbasol.
There's something familiar
like,
in
there. It took 3 days for me to figure it out. But yeah, like those little revelations. And when we do discover those, we'll bring them to you here.
Which is why it's so fun for us to keep adding more soaps in our den. You'd think we'd hit a limit, but not yet.
Y'all,
but
we
they
are
all have a place,
just
you know?
breaking the surface. And that's partially why we're having so much fun. We still don't know what our next adventure is going to hold for us.
And we have one more soap that'll be coming back from Declaration Grooming very soon.
A little bit of an evergreen forest after the rain, y'all. Maybe. Who knows?
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.